nhớ rằng ý chồng phong yêu sợ đầu, đợt nó cú yong con nắng sẵn vư. Và cái cho có cho cá lọc công cụ hậu ShamanTalk là chỉ thả cho cái năng cái dạy thia. Nó cú cú chờ xem mi xong, cho cá tuần nó cú thả cho cái năng cái dạy. Rồi ta lo này tông gì xem mi thia. Cái cú họ sa hai tia cú cho cá chờ xem mi tua vì hai tia. Nếu chỉ mua xí hậu sau last time na, cái cú họ sa nun xem mi cho nữ họ experience gì tông mù na. Cái cú thế họ thon xem mi cho cá tua đua. And Tammy, I'm really happy you're able to come and join me today. I wanted to talk to you and for you to be able to share with me more about your experience.
Yes. I guess we could kind of play it by ear. If you have any questions for me, we could just kind of go like that.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to invite you back here and find out more about your experience. Can you start off by telling about earlier on, maybe Shay Lucy her talk a mail or Lucy her talk dinner a go start to feel idea digital có mua năng lo có experience ni jong ni kana for you to feel that maybe you have a shamanic calling.
Um, you know, I mean, in regards to anything major happened to me. Honestly, it really hasn't because I grew up in a family that although bitching traditional, yeah, bitching but however, your family very into gay or
Mm-hmm.
they're more flexible, they're more open-minded to like the modern world.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have something major lo na che tili po parents like one nang other than that you don't have the gay a no be chao your thanks to God and that's probably the most traditional thing that I get to see likewise. But however, thao cụ chỉ mấy lo mà chỉ yêu những ít sự mua khó hay để bao này ạ. Yêu sự mua khó hay để ý là phía mua dài là kia cho yêu. At first, how you may na you saw it the show, it's just probably your own conscious, your conscious mind telling you things. Yeah, you took a sasu. But then as you grow older and you learn how to make choices. Okay, you had the okay, you had to go in and all. Okay, you more something like this happened, and you thought that okay, if I go against the conscious mind or voice that's telling me, then I will get into trouble. I will face certain dilemmas, or I will just I guess certain trial, I would say. And so I try to avoid these mistakes for the longest time. Thì you hay to like you im long low, right? You need to you have to name long low you in mu what you tao low na ma what you tao I guess I can say now that what you tao your corner, right? You what you tao guys or she what you tao your core. And so thế you bought the yeah there you what how you your core and you more you call you more elucidate await you in in its own sense, um so honestly I think the only time I actually went against Qhua is when I chose to marry. I chose to marry. I'm sharing this because I want everybody to experience to understand my experience, right? Like I guess your own trial. We all have different experiences. And so cú tu ex-husband mà ít sự lấy chuyện nè.
So có cho nắng chuyện nhẹ lo.
Yes. กูจะคนนี้ชิเนียนะ but ทางเดียวจะยูชิ包呢，不要ยูชิ包呢，ยู老是多进一包还得 OK，可能就要你 right，莫得呀跟呀那些老包就了开有啥，这自己啥的 OK，maybe it's just my conscious mind，maybe it's just my conscious mind，you know，however
Let me ask you just to clarify. 頭個係你講啦，so 個被到係點樣嚟？頭頭個麼 decision making to do？嘅你碰麼一路說，佢個係點個話你攞，落錯話你攞咯？Is that what you mean?
Right. So it's kind of like, it's almost kind of like, you know, decisions, you know, the devil and the angel, right? Sitting on your shoulders. I guess that's the closest thing that I can get to. However, if I go against, you know, their order or their warning, okay, you had the you know, you must see right? Nothing big, nothing major. But then, you know, you more calling them. And so, you know, for the longest time, you know, I've always tried to you know, what the name right? And so thảo ai cũng chỉ kia của tu ex-husband soon okay lấy những chuyện nhá okay chuyện nhá lấy những hai kia thì tu nó một tao nữa right nếu chỉ hai lo thế nếu chỉ hai anything like very nếu chỉ có hai thì you know tại cái lúc xưa ấy hai kia đó take it somewhere or lý giải là nếu mua con hai thì chỉ là you think sa hay là your conscious mindset but you pin more bao nè right so cú yên thả của tu ex husband đã tao để cái thảo của chế chỉ share kia hay để cú yêu nữa nè thảo của tu khen của chế chỉ share kia hay để cú yêu nữa nè cú yên hai cái đó là tiền cú chế chỉ share để cú cho share yêu cú tu chỉ nó là cái này để còn cho tan thọ right because you know cú tu ex husband mà là yên church nè okay cú khen church. And so, you know, thảo cụ chế chỉ share hay cái nó chỉ có thể okay, cụ chế chỉ share yêu cụ tu chỉ đó nè, cái nên cái này cho con cháu tan thọ, nó chỉ lấy mà. They did warn me. They said that có chim lòng đi bé hài nó chỉ bé kia có chọn những ý tủa nó biết.
By that time, Jay, I'm feeling like you've come to understand that you do have some sort of higher consciousness or helping you, guiding you.
Right. However, you change. I have not even phantom the thought that you know you Qhua or you align had the Qhua or any sorts of you know thing that will.
So at that time, what did you think? You know, it was like go beside the like contradicting thoughts within yourself or did you think about what it might be?
Honestly, no. Okay. I will honestly say that because you know they have I can honestly say that they have always been with me.
So go ahead and try go ahead
Right, Gucci Salina, because you know I guess yeah Ntxhiav mà là hai tia là mua con neng là thao này ạ. They have absolutely a normal childhood up until like a point in their age where you know they are chosen to follow the path of shaman, right? So boom they like đi mock it or something happened they like đi bỏ tao hết tia là sao neng nè, right? Họ ít here nè mà you know là họ thọ mấy tua nhớ trong nước here or you know the way that là yêu lò nó chỉ in cho là lò. So con nó chỉ yêu in nhất tuổi hay thì cho yêu lò nó mà. However, you become so familiar with them that you chỉ sa cho you chỉ nữ cho you chỉ thử cho anything now. I think that it's a voice in my head. I think that's just my own consciousness. The only thing that you know tokana you malimusa okay maybe your connect is because you go against Lolo you hai nó chỉ you mà chỉ so okay là you mua lấy khó thể là trâu chỉ cho you in like in its own sense, you know. And so the only time that I actually went against them was when I decided to marry my ex-husband, and thằng đó là cái mà hai tiệp có chim long lý bé hai nó chế bé chế có chọn nhà in tù nó biết. And so ever since then they became doormat. Okay, they're always there if I need them. If I need them, if I summon them, if I call upon them, consciously, nó chế là mà lý trong ý tù like I guess like a little bird. A
care này
yes.
mà chỉ mình chỉ
Nhưng mà đi chữ kia nó hay cái khó mẹ mẹ ấy sẽ chỉ là plot nó sao. And so thiên là li mà là chỗ only lo hay cái thầu li lu chạy or lu sẽ hay hay thì I will be in danger, you know. Hay thì you lu chỉ năng chu as to năng là gì you will nấu năng nè a you you how danger happened to you này chỉ là mà li đi thì là khi you sự nó hay thì like for an example, if I decided or choose to go somewhere that will cause an accident, things like that, and so that's the only thing that I get, and so that's the most major thing that happened to me. And so Taukumu against la I could decide to your go to ex-husband on a day. You tell him about that there, okay. Show you how you vu, lo show you how you ba. And so every little thing that they try to warn me, you go ex-family church, right? So I did convert it into Christianity.
So
and
how did they try
came to believe God.
Họ lỡ warn con nè, lỡ họ hay đi chào con. Có chuyện này nè, lỡ hay tiệt có số you want nữa.
Right. The moment kun chỉ cái nữa sao, the moment kun chỉ cái nữa cũng bỏ cái nữa sao, nó chỉ là những hạt cái you hay tiệt. Từ nó một tao nó sao. Ta không nó sao. Nó chỉ hay tiệt resist là chỉ nó có chuyện ôn gì một thiên, nó chỉ là những trong lý lưu voice là chỉ conscious mình chỉ là cái đó you sao. At the end, từ nó một tao or cái tao cái nó chỉ dùng lời nó sao. Or là chủ sĩ trong bộ số đó có thì for an example này thầu cú thà tao của tu ex husband nó nè thì là những what combo số đó cú mà là những what combo số đó cú thầu của tu ex nó nữa thì started talking about a life together nó chỉ là những what số đó hay thì sợ ý đấy tao đó nè okay sợ ý đấy tao đó rồi it was like my wedding dress. It was like my wedding dress. That she would cú gì sợ lo nữ diễn to. Cú gì, cú gì sợ lo nữ diễn to. Cú gì mua kho cho chị nữ hai nhà ấy trong còn nữ hai nhà nè.
Wow, yeah.
So and so you had to or like dreams like ôi cha cú tao chắc kể đi hay tiệm cú chồng của tu ex husband nè. You chồng mà you mua chi sao nữa đi. You một cho kiến đời nữ là chơi trong gò lý or nữ hai nhà kia đấy lại đó nè.
Yeah, that's indicative of you luôn năng you chi đòn chi nè, yeah.
And so tên nó chỉ nữ you in bộ số lên nó cho you in sự khi nó cho you chơi how you decide to you cái nữ chơi trong gò lý là chỉ stay doormat là xứ là họ bé hai con bò nó có chim nó bé hai nó bé chỉ có chọn nhà in tù nó you nghĩ chọn nhà in tù thế mà.
Okay, yeah. So có bỏ hay thì có your guides lo, that's from what you've told me. Only communicate with God through, your consciousness. Thiệt là我都跟我说thiệt,不要.
So I see them and I communicate more with them. Thảo ấy cũng bố số. even so lo cố ý chi nữ cho anything like cố ý chỉ tao trả cho nó mà cố ý chỉ tao trả cho cố ý chỉ tao nữ cho hay tiề gì họ ấy mua con neng or anything like that. Um, up until tới giờ thầu đi hay tiề you lúc nãy tới buộc ta lỡ okay you lúc nãy tới buộc ta lỡ cô tự khen cô ý sẽ một church thế ta chỉ lúc church ta mà chắc cô tự extra lúc này chị only you mua you họ nên nó mua bỏ này chuyện này chị it's kind of uncomfortable. And so I chose to step away from the church. I call it, I like to call it experiencing my own personal path with God. So I took some time off, and the tokana a more Facebook now. Facebook a post about gay uneng or yai she gay a hatia gay a shoning nanu shalita. So I joined a few groups, just so that I get an understanding hatia what different types of name, like that's when I start to read on the comments. Okay, and that's when I started to understand that, oh hey, that happened to me, that's kind of like the things that I'm going through, that's so that's when I start to realize that, okay, so I'm not going crazy. So I'm not going crazy. I'm not just thinking things out of my head or my consciousness. This we all have conscious, a conscious mind. However, there is something that is more and beyond that, a higher conscious.
Right.
Right. So, that's when I started to understand more that, okay, shy this is probably a talent that was being passed on down through my female ancestors, through my mom's side of the family. And so they might understand that, okay, people in my family or my relatives, it really does seem that, the girls, through this family line has the same talent. Some are more prominent than others. And then that's when I started to understand that, okay, this is why I see this. This is why I understand this, this is why, I feel things in my dreams. I can smell it. I can smell it. I can touch it. I can feel it. I can taste things, in dreams. And some, I guess those who does not have the same kind of talent, to them is just a regular dream. That's, I can honestly say that maybe for like the past 5 years, okay, this is why, my life is the way it is. Yeah.
So có bộ tàu họ mua chỉ năng confirm cho có hay thì có một năng thiệt là có feel like what you're experiencing is it's already telling you that you have spiritual guides with you. Have you actually had someone tell you that you do have nang too?
I have not have anybody told me, I haven't had anybody told me or confirm with anyone. It's just that I would say that I'm not 100% positive that I have it. However, the things that I feel leads up to it that it is a positive, I don't feel that, it is so that your guides no you require you to show warning. I think that the talent or the gift that I have requires me to just okay, may like an altar to acknowledge them, and that I think as a healer in a sense where, you know, I would say I haven't tried it, but something is telling me that, you know, more of like medicine wise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like or like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
thì thì nó cùng nhau around ít nâng tương đấy rồi là she cú sự ít nâng tương na,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm able to pick up their energy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so have you tried to do things to increase your connections to your guides? Trong này có hay thì you know, tầng lúc tha có bắt đầu tầng kia lo, có họ sai hay thì cóอยู่tầng chứ.
Hay sa teng ilu ta na jay, sorry about that. But hay sa teng ilu ta su na jay na kuchito hay they, you know, do it formally in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
I bought like, you know, a plate, a white plate, and I bought like white flowers. And I do like candles just so that I can meditate
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for my own peace of mind and, you know, um for meditation purposes, you know, in a sense of enlightenment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you feel that helps you? It,
It does. It
mm-hmm.
does. You know, it gives off um that peace, a peaceful feeling,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess that's as close as I can describe it.
So when you
For
meditate,
relaxation.
do you try to connect with your guides, or do you meditate just to clear your mind, just to clear energies? What
I think
purposes do you meditate?
to clear energy and for relaxation purposes.
Mhm,
Um, I don't feel that I need to connect with them in a sense
mhm,
because I think they're already there. They've always been there. Um, and I think I know how many there are. Um,
oh,
I know how
how
many there
many
are.
are there? How many
I
do
would
you
say
think you have?
the ones that are constantly with me is 3.
Mhm.
Right.
So
There's
do you feel the presence of 3? Why did you decide that there were 3?
because I think it confirms that there are 3 because an experience that I had was when they wanted to train me and they came in 3.
Okay.
They came in 3, right?
Okay, so they wanted to train you, like, in your dreams or 手năng non ạ?
In my dreams.
Mhm.
Everything most of it happens when I'm dreaming.
Okay. So cô Hanu có hay thì from what you're saying có họ chỉ taoวันนั้น kia thì xí mà có mua cho choคนนั้นเลยหลอก connect đó có thếเลยหลอก communicate đó có bảo hay thì có muaนั้นcó bảo hay thì nếu mua ít cho kỹ đó có so có họ chỉ
Right.
tao lại họ chỉ tao sợวันนั้น kia họ chỉ tao thiệt ít tu sư phụ là họ chỉ tao tặng kia có cho thôi này thật qua thiệt bây giờ.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, but it seems like they're really communicating with you and they're really trying to make connection with you and you are aware that you have them before you even knew you know, what you had, I guess. You
Right.
you felt their presence before you even realized that they oh, this is
Right.
Okay.
I've always felt their presence. However, I just never the thought has just never dawned on me,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because you know lo te sana ya you know lo te you perform but then you know you go have there, oh dang, I I have it, you know, then it's kind of like it's almost a hard thing to accept.
Mm-hmm.
But then however when you read up on all those comments or everybody's postings, you know, you realize that, oh, you know, I can relate to that. Okay, when you look further into the research of shamanism, you start to understand that okay, so it's their form or their way of communicating, and this is how they're trying to connect with me.
Mhm, mhm. So có chỉ mua health problems law mental wellness issues You don't have any of that?
Um,
A lot of people they either have some health problems or they have, mental issues of some sort. Do you feel that you ever experience any of those signs or symptoms?
I will say that I have encountered, um, I do have health issues,
Mhm,
okay? And, a story I wanna share is that I am legally blind in one eye.
mhm.
So I am legally blind in one eye, and
Has it
it's
always been that way or
no,
tocano kuma?
it has not. Thảo e thảo cụ thể của tụ ex-husband ấy yếu là sinh trao này ạ.
Mhm,
Trao là do mà.
mhm,
However, it's sinh trao nó chỉ you nhớ the call stage or had the chỉ một kind of communication em mu la la, right?
mhm,
Back and forth before things really comes to an end. Um, when I was going through that, the separation part, um, I had a dream.
mhm,
I had a dream. It was not a normal dream. Um, I I walked into a big cathedral, like a church, right? A very big cathedral, very big church. And so there was two men, một auto chính này, chị thêm một ít từ quan niệm tới chị nữ nữ cá trải là chị nữ nhóm trải, của ex-husband.
mhm,
Chị one of the guy or itu chính đó nó chị nữ tí là sai cô nó right, nữ tí cái lần chơi cái cô chị nữ hay tiệc cả cũng thằng là một, chị cô tên nào cô chính thằng này một, cô chỉ走线thằng này một, nó chị nữ tiệc như thế có chỉ走线thằng bé một, nó chị cô tao một cái tuổi.
mhm,
So thằng nữ hai cái lên nó right.
mhm,
I ran out of the church, ran out from away from the cathedral, and it ran after me. Um, từ chính nên là it ran after me, nu kia của cá, nu kia trời của cá chị, cú thâu cái lúc họ trâu sẽ chị, cú cũng đo cái tên, chị nu do kiến đồ họ trâu chị nu xe ối thu ra,
oh,
okay, nu xe cái ối thu ra là nu xe cái thu ra, nhảy thu ra là lo lép lông, lép lông like the scale it was like gold or things like that. And then like the moment nitsi okay cha nó na che kuma ku yeto ne ku you lo ku một tia, okay, ku một tia all over my body,
mhm,
okay.
in different places?
Not It's not even like right in certain places,
Mhm,
in certain places, um that's all I can say, in certain places.
mhm,
Okay, I can honestly say that. If you say that, oh, do you have more right here? Most likely, I probably do.
uh-huh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah, tia ngi mua meaning theo
right,
every depending on the location, the size, it has its own energy too. So yeah.
right. So we
Mhm,
just tiền nó ni chơi cho tiền mấy mấy nè, ni cho tiền lo nè, okay? Ni cho tiền lo xin là ni chơi cho tiền mấy mấy, like ilu mấy mấy like a little beauty market. It's nothing
mhm,
like that. And so thầu cũng đó kia tu ra tu nên là ni chơi okay tu ra này à.
mhm,
Chị nữ sợ chị cũng cho tiền nhắn tới cũng lúc chị tới nữ sợ mó cú lưu trong đi công cho nè, right?
mhm. In your
Mó
dream
cú
or
lưu trong đi công cho nè chị. In my
oh,
dream,
okay.
okay? Nếu mó cú lưu trong đi công cho chị, like I was thought, nếu mó cú lưu trong đi công cho là chị trong gọi or a light was coming out of those areas.
Mhm,
And then how, I was already dressed in armor. It was a gold armor.
mhm.
And then like cũng mới lúc tiền nhân tại của sĩ tệ, right? Cũng mới lúc tiền nhân tại của sĩ nên chị lúc tiền đó nên chị nên sẽ chửi trắng ra nè, nên sẽ
Okay.
chửi trắng ra lò nên chị của tua thủ ra đó nè.
Mhm,
Okay. I came into combat or in battle with that dragon specifically. Chị từ ra là những hai đứa cổ đó những hai tia cũng thiệt tao con tay bộ nọ cũng thiệt chỉ tao có lý do vì có tí luôn bên gạo sư nó chỉ có thể tia có luôn bên hồ lý nọ là chỉ nữ hai tao cũng luôn bên nè nữ hai tao cũng luôn bên I'm not gonna say what it is. I've only learned not too long ago that you have a spiritual name. Cái được chính năng là sĩ tu niệm năng ấy có mấy luôn bên này có and so tu ra là hai tao cũng luôn bên.
Did your guides tell you that name?
No,
Someone
my God
told you.
It was the dragon. It was the dragon that that said. So the moment the dragon hiding down nó chị cụ tell him I realized that cụ mua ilum bay cụ linh down nữa. And so thằng nó hai tao cũng bên là we came into combat, you know, cụ yên cho tụi ra nó shit to. Chị I was aiming for the dragon's heart. Chị cụ chân tan tới nên nhìn cho thành câu tao cái tụi ra nữa nè, okay? Chị thảo từ răn的古桥到cái từ răn的lúc hậu share là sự lúc heart là nếu cứ ít số lần đó chị nếu họ claw nè right nếu cho trâu tay nè khâu đi nó to nè right khâu đi nó to nè chị khâu cái củ sa nó okay my left side okay nếu khâu cái củ sa nó from my left side and so nếu khâu cái củ sa nó chị after that dream I woke up, you know, I was feeling really, really sore. You know, I felt like I was sleeping on I guess rocks or like rough blankets that night on the side of my face. And so after dream I started to lose my vision in my left eye.
Oh, really?
Right.
Okay.
So I started to lose my vision in my left eye. And then you know, in the same year, cũng mua ít lúc tiền nhớ trên đời của đại đình giao. Okay, cũng mấy lúc nhớ trên đời của đại đình giao like on the left side. And lúc tiền đó it, you know, like I say, cụ cho tiền mà nếu cho tí cho tiền nó lost nên cho tiền mê nên đó right. So lúc tiền đó disappeared as well.
And it just nó chỉ plot là nó. So you killed it, but it was able to scratch you before you killed it, I guess.
Right, before
that's why you lost your sight, even though you killed it. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, that's very interesting.
So
right.
You know, everybody who knows me, you know, knows that, you know,
you're gonna have to show me a picture for proof.
I'll show you a picture. I'll show you a picture because now
so it's no longer. Or did you lose others too, or just that one?
Just that one.
Just that one.
Just that, you know, because it came at the side of my face, so I lost my vision.
I think it represented that sword. It probably was your sword, so that's why it went away. So yeah, that's pretty cool that your dreams.
I haven't gotten it looked into.
Yeah, your dreams. Good jumbo sure affect all physical out here. Good your physical attributes.
So I
guess có yếu tố Ntxhiav thì có yếu tố tha sao okay có yếu tố muốn năng có yếu muốn năng ít nụ okay Ntxhiav có yếu tố lúc tha có cho nó yếu kết chua có yeah you have much more than that. You have much more than that. So I can feel that right now because usually we talk but we don't talk about stuff like this. So yeah, I feel like you have a very strong energy. So yeah, it's interesting. We're gonna have to talk more about that.
Yeah, I'm open-minded to it, you know, and so ever since then, của những blog của lúc tiền của đại đến giao là thiệt của blog của Sha Vision mà I went to the doctor. The doctors cannot diagnose. They just say that, you know, it's only something that like a pilot, a jet, you know, that, you know, jet, the airplane in jets, only they experience that, yeah, only the jaw, right? Experience that. Because told the doctor his first question is, so are you a pilot? I'm like, no. Are you a jet pilot? And I'm like, no. And then he was confused. He says that, well, then you're too young to have this. I don't know why you have it. Because only like a you know, pilot for the jet experience that. You're too young to have it, you know. So there's nothing that they can really do. It's just, you know, I had to go into the doctor and check with the doctor once every 6 months. That's it. But yeah, that's my health part. That's the health part that I experienced. But even so, you know, anything until, you know, again, you know, when Facebook, no, like maybe up until like 5 years ago, that's when I started to, you know, accept slowly that, okay, you know, looking at the history of, you know, my family history, had shape more a more history, had their ancestors, you know, grandmothers, you know, more a had their right? You might bought it, okay, you know, this grandmother has it, you know, this auntie has it, then, you know, or this cousin, you know, it's more prominent in her. And then that's when I started to understand that, okay, I may have it.
Okay. Yeah. So do you feel like ก็จะเกณฑ์นั้นเกณฑ์ใหญ่นะ nữ yo yo ít khó có accept thia you know có những giải tỏa na rồi có feel li oh you know 这係啲古摸咯 you know 女 yo yo ít khó nhiều đó古嘅小古波搞我 thia 小古 you know you're not sure how you feel about it or do you feel like it's something that you know you're very accepting of it?
You know, with the realization just a few years ago, it's still very new to me. I cannot say that I will deny it, and I cannot say that I will also accept it. I think whatever goes or whatever direction that, you know, my path allows me to partake. Because I can honestly say that I'm a chicken, okay? And another experience that I had not too long ago was when okay?
Is this in your dream? In your dreams, right?
Dream. You không phải do tông là bây giờ you do tông xó xó do bao số lo xó do như tia nè, right? But then however, you know, this is
Was
not
it like
too
a
long.
lucid dream?
A what?
A lucid dream where you're kind of awake, but you're asleep, right?
Right. You're kind of awake, you're kind of asleep. You know, I thought I even opened my eyes, okay?
Okay, yeah.
I thought I even opened my eyes, you know, to see that, you know, there's already light in my room, right? But then, however, you or something. But you know, they had the lu gong, right? I don't know what that's called.
Lundua, yeah.
Right? I heard the gong, you know, I heard the gong. Like a you ying jungle you combo shorty transported me into like on the top of a mountain.
Okay.
So you don't share, okay? Chị lỡ yên lò mà lỡ yên lò lỡ yên lò bé là hả chị tôi yên ca luôn chuẩn đấy.
So you do you see what they look like? They came
in
a
the
lot of times they take a different form than what they really are. So what form did you see them to be?
They were in the form of I feel like they were in the form of more like themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my Lalima, most of Qhua, they are female figures.
Mm-hmm.
Female figures. However, they had a veil over them,
Mm-hmm.
so I couldn't really see what they looked like.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
They had a veil over them, so I couldn't really see what they looked like. However, they did have long hair. Okay, they did have long hair. You know, they were like in flowing gowns or something like that. Itu yung ka lundo neng, itu yung ka chu neng na, right?
Mm-hmm.
Itu yung ka like xia neng, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so lấy lò mà chỉ lấy hạt tiền bấy lò nó bấy lò kia con, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so and we were on the top of the mountain của thế thì and nó kia đã chỉ được cô nó chị nếu như summon nó nếu như summon kia ít tụi mình ra mày nè
Mm-hmm.
nếu summon kia tụi mình ra mày it wasn't like a big dragon. I felt like it was a dragon that looked like from Spirited Away.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys seen that movie? It's Spirited Away. It's the
Uh-huh.
one with the girl who into like a ghost town or something like
Oh,
that. And
uh-huh.
with the boy,
Uh-huh.
when with the little boy, paano.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. So if you guys, his name is Kohaku, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys seen that movie, you know, Spirited Away, you know, tu ra là shi tu bi ra là ni luôn là sa ni chi lo ni chi mei um ni lo lin là sa. And so la hai ka ku jump onto tu ran the room back now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, kuchka. Go then no, I can't. You know, I'm afraid of heights, you know, gunjin chai roller coaster, gulichka mujai, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid of heights. And so, you know, tu ran the nữ yin law kitchen, nữ yin law kitchen, it came between my legs, and then all of a sudden I was riding the dragon already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know, lỡ ying only had the, you know, they did play the gong, you know, lỡ ying tàu luôn tròn neng, lỡ ying cho chữ neng, you know this mà, cứ quý nó họ của họ bố số mà.
Mm-hmm.
So John though, it took off, right? It took off, and I was really scared. I remember, I don't know if it was real or not, but I did feel myself shaking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I did feel myself shaking. I was still asleep, but then I felt like, I don't know if I was shaking in real life. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if I was just thinking, you know, but in a way I did feel that I was shaking.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, through Jana Yin Law it took off. However, Gun China, Gun China, Gun China, I demanded to go back. I demanded it to go back, and I said, "No, I'm not ready for this. You know, I'm scared. Go
Mm-hmm.
back." No, 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 no. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. You'll be fine. I'm like, no, 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 no. I can't do this. I can't do this. And so it took me back. It took me back. And so I was like, no, no, no. You know, this is too scary. You know, Bunjin Chai, Gucci ready. So they were sad. Okay, I can honestly say that. Kuya guys, laying to do share. Okay, laying to do share the go. And so, you know, they retreated, you know, they went back. They're like, say
Mm-hmm.
anything to me. They just kind of went back, you know.
Cảm ơn luôn mà trả cá sấu rồi.
So, that incident, it happened, it didn't happen too long ago. That was probably back in like, I say August or September
Mm-hmm.
of last, so just a few months ago.
So, do you dream about dragons often?
No,
Just
I do not.
those two dreams that you had.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, you know, I do see it, but I don't know if it's anything that's related to, you know, you call a shamanic path,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
So, do you feel that over the course of time, có bao feel that có họ connection to with your spiritual guides na? No more genre to no stronger than what it was in the past, or do you feel that it's, oh, you know, so and so same? How do you feel about that?
I think over the years, you know, it'll eventually get stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Um because now I can tell which is normal dreams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have a dream, you know, you have like a fun time, right? Or if it's the dream is not normal,
Mm-hmm.
I can tell.
Okay. If
Yeah,
it has significance, like ví dụ
right,
yo, nếu mua nếu lo kia ý giả tôi yêu nè, nếu mình
right,
nó. Mm-hmm.
right.
Okay.
So if I have if I have questions for anything, you know, just out of curiosity, then you know, I will have certain dreams that tells me messages of certain things, and I'll feel that okay, um, that dream is not normal. You know, I have to do something about it,
Mm-hmm.
or you know, it's telling me a message and things like that.
Okay. So like, when you have dreams that có feel hay tiền nếu mua ý khó message to con um how do you figure out what your dream means, what they're wanting you to do?
Um, I think my dreams are very direct,
It's straightforward. It's
straightforward. It's very
mhm,
direct. Um, it. I mean, there are some that I wish I can really share with you guys, but I don't think that I should. You know, it's kind of personal.
mhm, mhm,
Um, however, I'll share a dream with you guys about one thing. Okay. Not too long ago, just a few months ago, right?
mhm,
Um, cụ cụ ý trong sure hay là cụ mua cụ pay to me on cụ, right? Cụ mua cụ pay to me on cụ, you know, cụ tu daughter mà nu 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 miệng hai chị nu do dùng tao, right?
mhm,
Họ cụ mua của từ boy, cụ mua của từ boy so top one, right? Chị, you know, cụ tu baby mà cụ chú tao nu cho của. Cụ
mhm,
chú tao cho cụ đua hoặc cụ tu middle one mà nu top one mà nu trong khó nữa. Nên trong khó chị nó cụ mù thọ nên bộ cho nó cho cụ thọ tao đi, you know, nên thiệt lu project rồi lu project and stuff like that. And so khó nó chỉ được khiết tao đó cụ hay tiệt tới sau cụ need to hope or you know some spiritual something spiritual, like I'm just feeling like hopefully, you know,
mhm,
it could be more than that. I'm not sure, but you know, when you feel out there, this show need to play support or like you need to play to know.
mhm.
Uh, uh, so that's what I feel.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's good that you understand your dreams to over the course of time,给要有more your dreams 要找这种呢，给予包黑的对手有到我里喏喏，可能有到我里喏呢。So it's good that you have gained that experience from your dreams and knowing what to do. So I'm just wondering, có họ experience là nữ nữ giáo cụ lý thea, để rồi nữ họ giáo để cho năng thea, mua để tu lời của họ, mua họ experience để có thea, có họ advice đâu lời tu năng nè, or lời nhỏ có shoes nè, what is your advice to them?
My advice to them is that because I'm very new to this, I'm taking this with a conscious, you know, awareness.
Mhm, mhm,
The reason why I say that is because I understand that there's also like dark entities.
mhm,
And so yeah, you guys man very familiar. I'm very familiar in Jolana, right? And so Nujoli had I guess the closest example that I can give is that Nujoli kai tu ao e Nujol có chena, right?
mhm,
Nujol có ba chi tao. Nu khó e had the nu cơ a phật tu là cái bao tiền nu, you know, nu yo bark li là cái bao tiền nu. But then, however, you had the nu mo itu a stray dog nu ka la to cho you lu va la na.
mhm,
All the, you know, the activities that it's doing outside,
mhm,
although you close your windows and doors and everything, you don't see it. You you're aware that hey, that's not my dog.
mhm,
So I guess that's the closest example that I can give. And so since Gucci I'm still very new to this. I just want to give out a warning to a lot of those who are rising shamans that just to be careful in the work that you do. Hiểu sĩ trong chỉ cho ấy là tao lại hạt địa really là tao là one, right? Because cho lâu nó lỡ nó chị I see that bây giờ lùi chủ sĩ tới nó rủ nè, as in sở nắng nó chị some are they can get a little bit too excited, just the stories that I've heard get a little bit too excited, and that is also a form or a way of inviting in like dark I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the reality of it.
You're
It's
right.
that everyone has to be careful and you chủ bao, you chủ hiểu sĩ, you chủ bao thế, you chỉ có dùng cái, you chỉ tấm bằng thế nào.
That's why I'm very careful, I guess, because I don't want to be, listening to like the wrong ones.
Right.
And yeah, I think that's my message out to them. So right now I'm still learning. I'm still new to this. And yeah.
Okay, so one last question. With the coronavirus going on, and it's just really bad and really, sad for everybody that it has affected. I'm just wondering, and there's a lot of people that have asked me about that, and I haven't actually talked about that, about coronavirus and what my guides see. So I'm gonna ask you, ก็有能或個本部說錯了，個這緊張的called COVID-19. Do you feel that there's anything related spiritually to it? Do you feel that cái năng cái dạy lo ba tao or lo influence tao? What are your thoughts about it in relation to spirituality?
When it comes to this, yeah, the mo hai mu na che cú mo sale nó nè, okay? Cú mo sale nó thiên cú mo hai ta li hạt địa cú tu khen thiên cú mo hai ta li hạt địa as much as yeah, li you your guides new open up a kia tao cho you, right? Hai chân được cáiวันนั้น我也个 family 因我但是有去没有 deep understanding about it. Chị không thở lỡ nó chị for the past 10 years cứ như mu church là chúng chỉ phát triển đến đây lại, right? So we all know that họ vào lúc cũ nó chị nó như khi để tới nó như một cái chủ sĩ. However, của họ xa yêu họ là gì của họ hay họ thì yêu họ thì từ vắt chữ như từ lo nè, okay. There is the, I guess, the spiritual, the good, okay, the good part. There is the evil part, and then there is us, which is in the middle, right? Earth or the human is in the middle. I think that the coronavirus is something that is created because, like I mentioned earlier, we either become a vessel for God, do the good things, or we become the vessel of the devil to do things.
Right.
So called battle between good and evil. The coronavirus is created by man, which those individuals who has allowed evil to take over themselves created this. So I think that when the coronavirus hits, it is a call or a demand that, we take on, to work for the light.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why a lot of, that's why I see a lot more mental health issues in, patients. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people or, individuals coming out saying that, there's a lot more connecting or a lot more like psychic experiences or talent.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I think besides all that, you're chosen to be working for the Lord or God and becoming his vessels and working for the light.
Mm-hmm.
So be careful in who or what you allow yourself opening up to, because you could be doing, like,
Right.
create coronavirus.
Mhm. Yeah, because there's always a good force and there's always a dark force, and
Mhm.
we're all vulnerable to either. And
Right.
we have to be strong enough to fight off, the dark forces so that we can walk towards the light and walk towards goodness, or we walk towards darkness, and that's within us. So bé tí sa hay tiệt bé cho rong bé tí sa hay tiệt bé tô cho cái rong sẽ lo yo hay tiệt bé chia khó darkness na bé chia khó darkness nó lo rằng bé xia na cái in đồ mù cái we start walking towards that dark side too. So
Right.
um as a person, as a human, as a shaman, it's really important for us to be strong in who we are and what we believe in and what we stand for, so that bé thiết chỉ đâu ya dân nhau nè, lo dân bé xia nè. So yeah, I agree with you. Okay. Well, thank you for coming back and talking, with me a little bit more about this. I appreciate you taking your time and coming back and sharing your experiences with us. Lời nói thổ có sở năng là nè, có yếu tố đặc cá tuân nó bị thả đùa thea, có yếu tố khết sự khết kỳ thea, bác khó có bị sở đời trong một món măng găng thế nào.
I don't know. All I think right now it's a new path, it's a new journey. So I'll see where this all takes me.
Mhm, mhm. So where do you wanna go from here? Like, do you feel like it's something that you do want to, develop and to grow in? Or do you feel like whatever happens, happens?
I
I'm
think
not
at
sure.
this I think at this point, whatever happens, happens.
Mhm,
Because she hike had the, you the kaya ito, nang mo so kaya ito nang nang sinang na ya. And if you
mhm,
travel this path, it's a very humbling experience.
mhm,
And sometimes I question myself, am I ready for that?
mhm,
Am I ready for that? Because I'm still in that um phase of my life where I'm still very materialistic.
mhm,
I'll admit, I'm still very materialistic. And I guess the closest thing that can relate to this is tao a sư phụ là có thểไป church này ạ. Yeah,
mhm,
the mỗi the church member ấy là ta tao a một cậu sư phụ nè sư phụ mà, right? And the question is, có bộ tao giàu xía ấy mua tay nó cho chê, right? And I
right,
think it's the
right.
same question,
Mhm,
as itu a nè nang chỉ nang này, right? Có bộ tao giàu xía mua tay ấy ya ấy khổng điệt tế là xin nang điệt tế nó cho chê, right?
mhm, mhm.
My question is no, not yet.
Right,
So
right.
I think as of right now, mm, I would say that whatever happens, happens.
Mhm,
Yeah, someone họ cho you mùi hạt tiề, okay, hey, có need to wanna take with them. Okay, fine.
mhm,
But then at this time, I'm just going to see where it really takes me.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, hay you chỉ mua món lo nè. You chỉ mua món lo, you chỉ mua issue so lo nè. Okay, you just go with the flow, and that's what's best. Có you nó cá nhau rong xin nè. Họ yêu hay you mua món lo nè. you chủ or yeah you chỉ or you hon chai hay tia it might get worse nó chỉ you theo or theo hay hay tia you're okay, you don't have like health issues that are going to like cause you to have worse issues that New York what tấm mình lo cho you na get you because it is a very hard it is very hard and ý cho chỉ năng mà你去摸领导的是嘛意cho ý摸里好个海哦你意摸 where you're going to walk on a path where you're going to be asked to let go of some stuff that as a human being you know we practice or we like we treasure or we desire một tay tôi dễ ho giải cho lý so it could be a very hard path and the best thing to do is you chỉ muốn gần you muốn nắng lo yo lo chỉ muốn imbalances non tao cho you na get you so be normal be human. Okay, so thank you for joining me today, and thank you everybody for joining us. Tammy is a wonderful person, and I just learned a little bit more about her. So we had a good time talking, and I hope that everybody enjoyed having her here too. Okay, bye bye.
Okay, bye.